Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are fine and staying safe and happy at your homes. I am your GK teacher, Miss Farheen, and I welcome you all to your GK class. Please take out your GK books and let's start our today's lesson. As you all know that we are on unit number 2 and today is its 6th lesson. The name of our unit is My Family and Friends. Before moving on or starting our today's lesson, let's refresh what we have done in the previous lesson. Quickly answer some questions and refresh the knowledge. Do the facilities you enjoy were there in your parents' childhood? So as we have studied in the previous lesson that we enjoy what much more facilities than our parents. So the answer is simply no. No, our parents do not enjoy such facilities which we enjoy today. How was the life of your parents or grandparents in their childhood? So, how was the life of your grandparents or your parents when they were kids? Do they have a lot of computers, mobiles, electricity, air conditioners? Do they have these facilities? The answer is no. So, our life or our grandparents' life is very much different from us when they were kids. Before moving on towards our lesson, let's quickly look at the SLOs. On page number 18, there are student learning outcomes given, and we have completed almost all the SLOs. So we have, you have done how to identify your family members. You have done this, and then maternal and paternal. You have also done that. You have also recognized that they should how you should respect all the family members and friends. You have also narrated the special qualities of some of your friends, and you have described the things that your parents did differently in their childhood. So we will do the last SLO today again. Why? Because today we will do a project and a class activity. Let's quickly look at the Islamic perspective. Allah says in Quran, O believers, fasting is prescribed for you as it was prescribed for the people before you, so that you may become pious. So my dear students, everything has changed now. In the past, the things were different and now they are different. But one thing hasn't changed. That is fasting. Allah said that old people will also fast. They used to fast and now people also fast. We fast in the month of Ramadan, 30 days. Okay? So fasting is very important. On page number 22, we studied about the difference between past and present life. Let's quickly refresh it. In this picture, you can see that Sarah is talking to her grandmother, and grandmother is showing her a picture of Sarah's grandfather. He is working in the fields and with the help of an ox. Sarah knows that today in the present life, people use tractors to work in the field. So here you can see a difference between past and present life, that in the past life people used animals to work in the field and now people use tractors to work in the fields. So it is a very important technology that now people use tractors to work in the field. The next thing that we studied in the previous lesson was that the grandmother is showing Sarah a picture of a person riding in the Tonga. He is the brother of Sarah's grandfather and he is going to school. Now Sarah knows that we go to school in a car or in a bus. The people in the past, they used to ride on Tongas or go on foot when they have to travel from one place to another. So this is also a difference between past life and present life. That now we use cars and in the past life people use tongas or horses to travel from one place to another. Now, in the previous lesson, I gave you a homework. The homework was that I made two groups, if you remember that, and I told you to bring some pictures. The group A has to bring all the pictures from the past and group B has to bring all the pictures from the present. And then I told you that we will make a chart like this. You can also see it on the screen and also on my right side. So this chart shows that the students from group A pasted all the pictures from the past in the past column, and group B pasted all the pictures from the present in the present column. So here you can also see the difference on the screen, that in the old times people used to cook on fire. Now they use stoves. In the past life, people used candles or lanterns to light their homes. Now they use electricity. In the past life, people used to wash their clothes with their hands. And now we use washing machines. And today we also use air conditioners. In the past time, there were no air conditioners. In past time, people used to travel on horses or in old cars like this. Now we have very modern and very nice cars to travel. So these are all the differences between past and present life. For this activity, you need a chart paper. You have to divide it into two columns, past and present. Group A students will paste all the pictures from the past over here, and group B students will come one by one and paste all the pictures from the present in the present column. So this is how you will do the activity in the class. This activity will help the kids to differentiate between the past life and the present life. Now I have a homework for you which is given on page number 23. This is a project. Now what the project says is, interview your parents or grandparents. Ask them how were their lives in the past. You can ask about their living style, communication system, transportation system, festivals like Eid, etc. Ask them for the pictures of their life, of their time, if any. Make a chart with the help of your siblings or your parents and bring it to the class. You can also share your project orally. Now here what we are doing is that you have to interview your parents or your grandparents. Now what is an interview? You have to ask some questions from your parents or your grandparents. Now you have asked about their lifestyle, you will ask about how they used to communicate. They used to write letters. Now we do not write letters. We use mobile phones to send text, or we use computers to send an email. This is how we communicate now. And in the present life, the transportation system. They used to ride on horses. Right now, we used to travel on cars and buses. So this is the difference between past and present life. So ask these questions from your grandparents or your parents, and if they have any old pictures, paste them on a chart paper and bring it to the class and present it in the class. If you do not have old pictures, you can simply present the lecture, present your project orally by telling your friends and your classmates that this is how my life or my grandparents' life is different from us. Okay? Now, what have I learned today? The lifestyle of my parents or grandparents was very different than that of mine. So the life of our parents and our grandparents is very much different from our childhood. Okay, right now we have electricity, we have UPS, we have generators, we have air conditioners, we have cars, we have computers, mobile phones. So everything is so fast and very much modernized. In the past, the things were not like this. They used to write letters, they used to ride on horses, they do not have fans, they used to use hand fans. So these are all the differences. My parents and grandparents did not have such facilities which I enjoy today. So the facilities, for example, their time was very different, their life was very different. Why? Because they do not have the facilities which we have today. So this is the difference. Now quickly, let's recap and wrap up our lesson. Quickly answer this question. Do the facilities you enjoy were there in your parents' childhood? So the answer is simply no. They do not enjoy the same facilities which we enjoy today. How was the life of your parents and grandparents in their childhood? Their life was very different. Why? Because they do not have electricity, they do not have modern cars, they do not have mobile phones, so there was no proper communication system. So their life was very different from us. So these are the differences of past and present life. I hope you have done the class activity, you have done the project. So if anything you have missed, you can re-watch the video and you can do it. I keep everybody around you safe and happy. Have a good day and Allah Hafiz.